obese, ugly, fat. I mean, these are just some of the words I used to think about myself. Uh, in high school, I was the big guy, but I was on the football team. I was a lineman, so I was supposed to be big. I was captain. You know, my senior year, I got down to 235 pounds. I was proud of myself. I was happy. Uh, Nobody thought I was fat. Nobody said it to my face. Nobody thought I was obese. Uh, Nobody called me ugly to my face. Uh, I had that self-awareness and self-image that I was okay. I was fit in with everybody. I guess that all changed when I went to college. Uh, got up there, looked around. Everybody was your typical front of the magazine beautiful, as I thought. The media definition of beautiful. They were skinny. Had all the nice clothes. They weren't obese and big like I was. They weren't eating as much as I was. For me, it got to my self-image. It got to my self-conscious. And one day I was coming out of the cafeteria with one of my friends, and all of a sudden my arm started hurting. I don't know what it was. It was right in my inner elbow. It was just like this bloodshot. And I kind of got scared. I went to Walmart, of all places. I was a college student, so I guess that's why I always go, to get my blood pressure, and it was really high. And so I had class with this paramedic guy, and he's like, "Dalton, man, you got to do something." And so that right then and there is when I decided I was going to get serious about losing weight. And, I did it the right way at first. I did all the typical things like you're going here at the new year. I went to the gym. I quit eating snacks as much. I cut my portions at my meals. I was doing good. Those first 10 months, I lost 80 pounds. Got down to around 200. I was feeling pretty good with myself. I was happy. I looked happy. Everybody thought I looked good. But when I still looked in the mirror, I see myself as ugly. See, that's where Satan found my weakness, is when I looked into the mirror. Every time I looked into the mirror, I was like, what is this? Why am I still fat? Why am I still ugly? Why do I not look like him? Why do I not look like her? Why am I not skinny like the front of the magazines? Why am I not this typical beautiful? To me, I wasn't what I was supposed to be. But you know what? That was Satan. In my head, he was like, yo, man, you gotta lose some weight. You're still not beautiful. You're still not beautiful. You're still not beautiful. I was kind of like Jonah. I was running. And then I got swallowed by a big whale. Big time. I started eating less than 1,200 calories a day. If you know anything about that, that's not healthy at all. I would go to the gym 2 to 3 times a day. Sweat to death. I'd play basketball for an hour, run up and down the court with some guys. Then I'd go run on elliptical for 30 minutes, burn who knows how many calories. I would even count how many calories were in a crumb. I remember one time in one summer, I think it was a couple of summers ago, I was eating a piece of pound cake. Well, I didn't eat it. I made the pound cake from my granny's recipe, and I counted a crumb. I went on this website is where I counted my calories and found out how many calories were in a single crumb. That's when you know Satan has you. That's when you know Satan's got that grip on your life. See, I kept getting farther and farther and farther and farther away from Jesus and God, and I started going closer and closer and closer to what Satan has tempted me with, which is my obsession with eating and my obsession with losing weight. And I'm not afraid to say it now, I did have an eating disorder. Most of the time people typically put those with females. They see females. I think I read a study that 8 million people in America have an eating disorder, or anorexia is what I had. Of those, 7 million are females. But there's still a lot of males that have it because we're very competitive people. The male race is very competitive, and we want to get the best and be the best looking. And so I think for guys that are overweight, it gets in our head sometimes, and that's what it definitely did to me. And Satan got a grip on that, and it took over my life. In Matthew 6:23 or 6:25, Jesus tells us, "That is why I tell you not to worry about everyday life, whether you have enough food and drink or enough clothes to wear. Isn't life more than food, and your body more than clothing?" I should have read that verse a long, long time ago. It kind of hits right at the core at what I was battling with. I was sitting there counting calories, worrying about food, worrying about getting down to the smallest clothes. I could wear a boy's extra large. A boy's extra large. I went from wearing a men's double XL to wearing a boy's extra large. It's hard to imagine. I don't even know. It's just hard to realize how far I went. And to worry about that and take my eyes off of Jesus and take my eyes off of the true reason for life. And to worry about what others thought of me. To worry about, anything. Jesus has a plan for my life no matter what size clothes I wear. It doesn't matter what size clothes you wear. Jesus has a reason for you being here. It doesn't matter if you're in a triple XL or if you're in a small. Jesus has a reason to use you here on this earth. I lost track of that. A big time. It's just, I started to worry about everything. I started to worry about what others thought of me. Started to worry about what I ate. Started to worry about what I bought, what I wore. I had to look the best. I had to look this. I had to look that. I had to look like the front of a magazine. You know, if you see the pictures of Jesus, like the one up there in the baptistry right now, or the ones on the glass over here to the right and left, he's not looked like the front of the magazine. You know, he didn't dress to be the best. You know what he did? He dressed and walked, but he didn't care what he dressed in. He walked around and said, "I'm here for you. I'm not here for my own desire. I'm not here to look the best. I'm not here to look like Leonardo DiCaprio or Tom Brady or any of these people. I'm here to look like Jesus Christ, because that's the reason I came to this earth, was to die for your sin." And we are to live like Christ. We're supposed to live our life like he did. I lost track of that. It also tells us in 1 Corinthians 6:19-20. "Don't you realize that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit, who lives in you and was given to you by God? You do not belong to yourself, for God bought you with a high price. So you must honor God with your body." See, this right here, it's a cross necklace. It says, "No pain, no gain." That is why I went through what I went through, was the pain. And the stuff I gained from that pain is unimaginable. The love I have for Jesus because of the pain I went through with my anorexia, I would not trade it for anything. Yeah, I should not have went through what I did. I shouldn't have let Satan take control of my body and take hold of me like a rag doll. But you know what? At the end of the day, I still know Jesus Christ died on that cross for me. He doesn't care what I wear. He doesn't care what I look like. He doesn't care if I'm the homeless man on the side of the street begging for food. If I do what he wants and I tell others about his love and grace, that's way more beautiful than any front of the magazine could ever be.